checker room, and he's going to have pressure almost immediately. coldzera still on top of the platform in the site, will also have to respond. He'll swing out. Tarek manages to hold off the checker, the vent, but then gets wrapped inside of checker. They can go directly toward him, so it still sits to a 3-on-3 as Fallen attempts the retake.
Powerful when you think about it. What can Forest really do now? Up to get right to fight up close with the Glock here, and he knows that the burst fire is pretty decent for him sometimes, and there you go. It is going to connect. Dennis will as well, and now it's Fur who's left in a pretty impossible situation. Forest still in that smoke. That's so fun that he can just sit there the entire time. It actually worked out for him in the end. A nice little B split coming in from NiP in towards CT spawn. There's a smoke though through the window, and Tarek will have to reposition.
Good shot from the scout to get the first tag. Tarek does reposition. He also takes down Dennis. Cold getting the first kill and then the second assist. So Deagle, Scout combo. As Tarek's on 3, he still plays headshot position, tries to get another shot, and it's going very well for MIBR. It's suddenly down to just Lecro. Headshot still for Tarek. The 3 HP. He goes up. Fur comes back around from the vents, and that is a solid shutdown.
Eyes on the mini-map when they commit.
They're actually behind box with no one toward generator, which exactly that. Get right catches Tarek before he gets to headshot, doesn't have the coverage, and that is your bait, that is your rotation, because a single kill, they have to get support toward the AWP, which now is fighting a much closer battle than originally as the boost, originally as the entry. Stewie, good anticipation on the door, heard it open, goes out, finds one player still lurking inside of it, and they haven't planted the ball. Molotov thrown. This is a bit of a sticky situation. They should have potentially already been on that plant, nearly get pushed off the bomb altogether. Dennis now gets the kill and return on the site, but hasn't got time to put it down. He's now in a 1 versus 3. He knows now he does have the time, but Bates instead wants to try and get kills.
Could have got that plant down and got a bit of extra cash. Fallen his AWP towards middle, about to get some action it seems. Not if Tarek can beat him to it. Lovely wombo combo here from the CTs. NiP just get completely dismembered as they make their way towards the mid-area.
Shuts the door, so he's not quite dead, but certainly found out. Keep in mind the flank as well. Not pushing because they don't need to. Tarek doesn't need to overextend, but all he's doing is sitting back to make sure that they cannot rotate back to B, which allows his teammates to get aggressive directly in front of Forest, and they certainly do.
CZs make their way towards Squeaky, but you can see Fur and Stewie on this side of the map, but maybe a bit of missed timing here. Forest will strike first, but Fallen protects Stewie there. Great teamwork coming in, and that should be the round secure. We'll see if there's any more kills available. Rez with a nice spot here. He could be the savior. Can't get to, runs out of ammo, but still a winnable situation now for NiP.
In the site, they've already cleared 2 of the points that can easily catch them off. In a crossfire, Lecro gets 1, only 1. Dennis now with a pistol, and manages to make it work. I wasn't sure he had an idea of where Cold went. I think he was expecting him to appear on the left.
25 seconds. They're going to have to pounce towards A here.
The reboost is huge too, because if they pounce toward A, Cold's going to be all over them on the flank immediately. Get right, he's just barely going to tuck to the wall and be out of the line of sight from Cold, but he's still going to be hunting them down. Gets in behind, Get right never had a chance. And on top of the site, Lecro does at least get Fallen, which will allow the bomb plan, but a 2-on-2, great hold from Forest, because during that plant, they easily could have gotten closer. Cold's on 9 HP, Forest on the AWP is not much better off on 13. He's in the smoke. Who's going to spot the other first? Great read from Forest. Door, and he backed off, but he just gave them that map control. Fallen back out, close range, good from Get Right. Crosshair placement on, just had to click mouse 1. He's done that twice to coldzera the second, but he gets taken down in return. It's Tarek with 2 kills before Forest finds him. It does lead to a 1-man advantage. NiP entering the site. Both teams are about to lose money. Give it a go if you can get the opening kill, but if you take everyone down from NiP, it's still going to keep them super honest in the long term. They're going to go. The longer this ticks on for, the more likeliness that bomb does blow up. It is on to Fur. Last alive, 1 versus 2. Tries to find both, can't. Forest. B-side bias. Get right. Great play. Tarek pushed up middle to get in the vent, so it wasn't even blown out, and still he had the presence of mind to check it because they had no other presence inside of middle from the NiP side. Get right continues with good form to find coldzera as well. Chris certainly wanting to get back into that top 8 position.
Chance of actually finding any of these remaining CTs. Just Get right actually with his 3rd, not bad. Enjoying his performance so far. Always good to see him post big numbers. Finally will go down, but Forest looking to execute the final few players here. I'm not sure they'll find him though. He's all around him, but looks like he's going to be absolutely fine. For MIBR, coldzera, 14 kills to his name. And the nade goes through. That might be quite effective. Not quite, but the shots, they certainly are. Tarek through the smoke, takes down Lecro. And he might find himself in a bit of trouble here.
Gets away as well. say that we snapped away from it, but Fur actually got back up inside. We saw the boost coming back in, so the secondary boost pays off and catches out Forrest, who thought that was clear. Rez, great shot in return, but Stewie had already found Dennis as well. Rez, great shot on Fallen. Similar angle behind that forklift, which can be an awkward thing to fire at from time to time. Watch the Rez. This is incredible. Third headshot. Unfortunately, the ace was not quite there, but that was some damn good accuracy.
WP of Forrest there, but will fall back. Lekro uses that cue to actually make his way towards short, finds an unsuspecting Fur, flashbang through. I think that'll be the cue to push the smoke and see what they can do towards CT spawn here. It's looking wonderful from NiP as they trade out kills and make their way towards the bomb site. Such good teamwork being deployed right now.
On position, Cold trying to bait out that he's gone up the ladder. There's an AK beside him, but he likes to stay with the AWP, perhaps because he knew he needed the precision to hit every shot, and the time was not in his favor. It does go 8-7, as I think was expected in that situation. For NiP, great recovery. And that smoke gets on the bomb, and he, well, someone with that kit, is still alive. We could have a pretty interesting situation for NiP. Here we go. Fur's gotten the kill. Now, the benefit to this is Tarek Estate on top of the bomb. Dennis is gone. Tarek takes down both Lekro and Get Right, swings out. Looks like might get Forrest, but he manages to survive long enough to get the shot of return. However, he's got two more to find, as he finds at least Cold Zero, but the other two, too strong.
Smoke starting to be deployed. Here we go. Still not fully committing just yet. It's trying to make Lekro feel a little bit uncomfortable. Takes some bullets though. Smokes down on top of the bomb site to remove vision from everywhere. Dennis can't do anything. And Lekro's getting Molotov here. Looks good for an MIBR. Can they find the first kill?
Oh, that was a beautiful flash. I'll come back to that because that was a huge detail in the take of the site. Great play for Forrest. Looks above on the forklift, but they've already lost the bomb plant. So they've got to save. That flash was amazing. You said it. Oh, and this Cold Zero, he was waiting the whole time toward Useless to wait and see if he could lurk. They may not even get away with a gun here. But you said it. Stewie thrives on chaos. He opened the door. He baited out a bit of utility. Waited for all of the smokes to deploy. Stewie not able to find...
Forrest is waiting there with the counter flash. Rez might have to get out of there. The flame's a little bit too much, as they'll actually have an open sight. But Forrest waiting up towards Heaven, can't connect the shots though. Get Right's doing a great job through the smoke. A ton of damage inflicted.
As the bomb does cross over, you're right, it was a leap of faith. Fur, good lurk in mid. Getting toward the vents would have been massive because the two players on top of the site wouldn't have had anywhere to go. Fur's enabled Cold to hold position. Good play from Lekro, but can't rebolt the op in time. And Cold manages the round for MIBR.
And Lekro with the double orbs this time. You can see it's a bit odd for me. That's why I'm never a big fan of hybrid teams that like move the orb around. Forrest will be dropped.
On top of the boost based on the trajectory of the nade that landed behind him, and that still isn't enough to take down Fur.
Map pointer. Remember, best of 3 for the first time today. Dennis is done for. He really has not looked his best. He's still on 6 and 20. I don't think he's got to kill this half map.
I checked that within the UI, but Lekro quick enough to take down Tarek, but good luck surviving. He actually did get Stewie.
It's just a long, grueling affair. As Rez will open things up. He's not giving up just yet, but maybe Lekro is. He'll be dropped by Fallen.
A 4-on-2 to take the site and get the plant, which then relies on rotations. It would be Forrest going down, meaning you're relying on just Rez to rotate, and that is exactly what has happened. They now control highway. So now that NiP's rotated with 24 seconds, this is their best chance to win a round. Out wide. Forklift is awkward, but Dennis makes good on it, takes down Tarek. The last two players combined for a total of 18 HP, make that just 2 and just Fur. As he tries to do what he can, he'll get taken out by Get Right. 2 kills for him to close the round.
Stewie alone and Squeaky Door once again. As I'll have 2 there. Oh my goodness, the timing is sublime. They'll push forward, and they've smoked off main entrance. This could actually all fall apart though, as Fur will come barreling out of the main entrance, and now Dennis is isolated on the site. Get Right just to the UMP holding short.
2 there. That player that high, it's not like they have stilts available to the T side in this game. Cold with 1. Get Right was waiting the whole time, did catch out Cold Zero, but Fallen able to respond on the Dennis. It still remains in a 2 versus 2. That's going to change it. Bomb caught. Tarek on low HP, and a smoke down that's now isolated. There's 55 seconds, and Fur
towards the forklift, and in they go.
Dennis waiting this time closer to the door, knows exactly what will transpire. Wait for the flash as well. Get Right already with 1. Stewie still manages to get Dennis. Fantastic shot of response from Lekro. Stewie still in this though, and he's stupendous as he finds a third. It's Lekro down. Nade nearly gets him taken out. They'll Molotov off as well. He goes back for the bomb. Catch him, but he's got to be very careful about his positioning because Rez is getting closer toward the wall. He's got the corner covered off. The second Rez goes out. Does he fire? Good. We haven't seen a push into B main yet. Fallen has been watching this smoke. every single time, and that's what Rez did not know.
Old Zera edges towards the bomb side, but he's going to be taken down. He's not going to check this. Oh, it's a shame. Such a common position as well.
Dennis does see first. Stewie's going to do exactly that. Try and get in between the CTs. Good position from Fur. Gets in behind the ticket. Desperate is Forrest to try and, or excuse me, Dennis to try and get him down. Fur gets away with it, but look at the kills in response because they are in the back line. Somehow, no spray from Stewie. Get Right gets the kill, and that might be enough to keep NiP alive. 5 seconds, no plant, can't get to it. Round is over.
No money for Fur, as he'll hide in the corner now.
Dennis has a bit to work with in that and makes perfect on it. Fallen gone already. That's op down towards Squeaky. Aware that he's up that far. He's still watching toward the vents because he heard Tarek go that direction, and Rez forced out. Gets obliterated by him, but Get Right does go after Fur in the end. So still the advantage to NiP. Forrest left alone on B. Dennis has the bomb. The quickest means of doing so, but 2 players left alive. That's it. Cold Zero somehow Dennis should have had that. He even panicked.
Yeah, it's sure. Oh my god. Stop challenging him. 20 seconds. Cold Zera, give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, but luckily Lecro's there to give them a huge advantage at this point. Bomb down, 10 seconds, we're going to overtime. Who would have thought? It took 7 rounds in a row after being 8-0 down in the second half. That goes down. All of a sudden, it's given up towards middle. That's exactly what I mean. Well demonstrated for us.
Toward the B site, Rez, he's going to be waiting behind the box, but forced out again. Tarek won that battle last time. It's Fur and Stewie instead that go through the vents. He's actually going to smoke himself off, keep himself alive. Molotov Stewie out, and Forrest is able to capitalize on that as a result. So very well designed play, or counterplay, I suppose you could say. Direct response to what was thrown his way. Now they know he doesn't have a smoke this time. Second one surely has to move him out of that position, and it will, and Cold does get him. So 3-on-3. Fallen says otherwise and makes it 3-on-2. Dennis down in mid.
Go. Forrest, though, can shut this all down. Timing. Perfect. The spray, not quite. Definitely was on for 2 there. A safer position here. Incendiary on the side. Could actually flush Fallen out, but all in the wrong ways possible.
Yeah, timing not there.
Yeah.
Dennis waiting. Still worked that fence to his advantage, but couldn't do so because there was 2 players facing him when he went out. 2 better than 1, as Stewie also gets Get Right, but 2 from Lecro and Forrest to start moving closer with the AWP. But look at this positioning from Cold. No chance for Rez. Knew the whole time that Rez was still alive, and he is the B player. Stewie finds Lecro. It's 17-15.
Nothing too surprising just yet. There we go. Bit of a play.
Solid play.
That player down, you can get a lot of intel, not just from the kill, but yes, indeed from the setup. And it's going to be more of the same from Fur. Great timing. Could have got away, but he wants the 3-man spray down. He wants to guarantee this round, but still the job is not done just yet. 3 versus 1. Well, it is now. Stewie will close things out there. It was looking like a very convincing way inclined. They have been spotted towards A ramp. Smoke starting to be deployed, and they are fully committing towards A now.
Stewie just gets absolutely wrecked. I was about to call for him to get at least 1 shot from that position with his crosshair placement, but a partial flash and then just overrun. Get Right doing good work again, fighting forward, but goes down to Tarek. Lecro's following in his footsteps, but gets distracted in favor of NiP. Fallen has a kit and a smoke, worth note. On a pistol round. He doesn't have armor. And Tarek, with Fur already going down, is left on 1 HP. If he's going to use that smoke, get it on the bomb now. Problem is, if he throws it, he's so close, Rez will be able to swing. That 1 HP will be enough for now, but smoke down, kit on it. Tarek hopes he could find the kit running in. He just didn't have the life to really make that work.
Aware of the possibility of him being there, and indeed they will. They'll drop the smoke. He'll fire speculative shots. That one wasn't, though. That's a complete railgun from Cold Zera from the short area.
Then IP players on that portion of the map. Tarek, timing, does back away, catches out Rez, it works out nearly, gets caught by Get Right, realizes he's there now and actually tags him up. Oof. This is starting to look menacing. The tags are going to benefit. Cold Ones get another headshot on Dennis, but he's taken down by Forrest before he could find a shot or a chance to get Right. Them for another 5 seconds beyond now.
Yes, indeed, and Fallen is relentless with the scouts.
This is a repeat.
Right's been good so far, but he'll have to fake plan now, and they haven't necessarily taken the bait. Fallen will close things out. It all started with a Cold Zera headshot.
Fallen actually is starting to look toward Palace and realize, oh, he didn't. He looked past them. They're there. That gives them an M4 and a trade off of Get Right. or off of Stewie, excuse me, means another gun is down, but it's more so the kill because they can't quite get to that gun, more so because Fur is holding it off. Bomb dropped, 29 seconds. If Forrest can find a beautiful shot just like that, need to face that again.
My goodness, this is getting tense. Forrest will pretty much confirm the round. Before, extra cash, already got the armor. It's a great round by them as they look to answer back in this series.
Fallen. Bit of late utility, a flash in for Stewie. Timing works out. Stewie gets one. It's Rez. Bomb dropped temporarily and a second player spotted. They now know there's going to be a commitment onto the A side. That's going to bring rotation from Tarek. Fur. Timing gets perfection, goes back out, forced down. Dennis gets the response. Fur couldn't quite get the second headshot. And Get Right finds him instead. Lekro. Tarek down. That's a big kill.
He's got his work cut out for him, but if there was a man to pull it off, he would be it. Not this time, though. Tried to fall back down to 8 HP and coldzera. Not sure on the timings here. Not gonna go down just yet, though. Manages to find Dennis, and they're gonna commit towards B. It's up to Tarek, hiding in the corner here to be protected by Fallen. Now his job begins.
Stewie and Tarek. They've got it all held off.
Seems to be like a specialist on some maps with it, and then Lekra will take over responsibilities, but slow peek towards middle against Fallen. Is that the call?
That's ill-advised.
Yeah.
Because they would have smoked it off immediately if they didn't want to take that fight. He wanted that pick. He was just way too slow getting there. Maybe he had his timing wrong, wasn't expecting Fallen.
Sort of opportunity, and Fur, this is one of his classic moves, and somehow Get Right takes him down. That's sick.
Wants to make contact on A so as to convince them that they are going to be on the A site. The two on B start to attack. Fallen gets Get Right down, which means no panic, no rotation, or at least not off of B. There certainly is one now heading toward it because Cold finds the kill. Tarek never even had to move for the bench, and Forrest down now as well.
RSA approaches, some flashes going in. Deep breath. 4 people going through the choke point, through the flames. Look at the damage being done. Oh my god!
They just literally roasted. It was 2 Molotovs that did all of the damage as they pushed through, and Fur and Fallen are going to capitalize on it. Cold rotates in. Rez only managing 1 kill. This is a comeback now from MIBR.
In. Get Right flashes towards A. The smoke missed the window completely. So, Fallen and Fur going to town here, and Fallen actually getting blind and doesn't hit the shot.
Because they have to use another smoke just to do that. And we know how valuable smokes are when you get to the sites and Mirage as well. Cold Firebox swings out. Get right down. Tetris.
Oh,
great
wow.
headshot as well through the pillar as he catches out Dennis. Forrest has made it at least into connector. 1 on 2 from his perspective towards CT. And Lekro late to arrive gets taken down by Tarek as well. Right. Missed me once. Shame on me. Hit the shot twice. I don't know what vibes anymore, but that's fine. He's got Rez.
Yeah, well...
You know where I was going with it.
I think everyone knew what you meant. Didn't quite stick the landing, but Dennis has. That's going to be a very pivotal frag here to bring it back to 4-4.
And MIBR's got money in their favor. Any kill they get is massive because it's a reset for NiP as we get into the later stage of this half, but they're not going to get any kills. And coldzera just waits. Okay, fair enough, gets one now, but he certainly had no contest in the round at that point.
In his hand so many times, but he has got the best spawn, so that's the reason he takes this round. And coldzera punishes him again. Oh my god, I thought Fallen had that one as well. But Lekro managing to take him down in tandem with Forrest. coldzera brave.
Promising for MIBR because if he can get a few picks on the way through, it's certainly going... Oh, that's too easy. Landed perfectly in his crosshair rather than jumping by it. It's going to certainly benefit the defensive side. They've lost the rifle in Tarek, but Stewie,
wow.
That was super stunning from Lekro.
Lekro and Forrest. Lekro, of which did an amazing job. The pre-fires on the bomb side there. Looked like Stewie had his number.
Using the pace a little bit, Chad brought it up from the cash game as well, and it seems they're going to go with more pace again this time. Spotted as they are, though, Tarek has a pinch play with coldzera, but they saw him before the smoke bloom. Tarek still manages 2, but they get the trades, and trades will certainly benefit them. So, too, a little bit further up. Forces Lekro. I think he might have an angle and forces him down to the van. Perhaps it was better off to leave him where he was because he finds Fallen, and it's on to Stewie. That's brilliant from him. Steps back out, knew that that smoke came from that direction. 8-7 confirmed, Henry. It's Cold versus Forrest so far. Speaking of, down goes Fur. Rez gets a secondary kill for NiP. That one's significant as well. It's Stewie down. Cold manages 1 back, though. T and clearing out the CT stairs from that chance, from that perspective. They have to go from jungle. They've got to straight brawl it. Get Right's up to that. He'll take the first kill, takes out Cold. Rez catches out Fallen, who Was way back toward the stairs, pretty straightforward once that bomb was down, and Dennis's hands really are because he's going to be on the off this time. So NiP again showing that they're willing to put different people on different positions. Cold absolutely destroys Get Right, who thought he was clever getting there that quickly with a deep smoke.
Yeah, go towards a B apartment to see if you can find the solo player in their default. This is where Rez, his reaction. If he gets away now, it'd be great. Unfortunately, the trade doesn't help him out. Going for the double kill. There's potentially only one player here, but it's Dennis. He needs to show us that accuracy. That's much better, but at the same time, his teammate did go down. Needs to find another shot here.
Smoke actually hits him.
Oh, Dennis, come on.
This is... All right, now I'm starting to actually get concerned. The bomb's going to go down. Dennis, like I say, if you see some inaccuracies sometimes, usually throughout a course of a best-of-3, the other way and round over in favor of NiP, he now has to pull this back, scoping in that close as well. All too easy. Fur knows exactly where he is. Top of the balcony and closer, but the second he looks there, thankfully looks back, because that's the second they go through. He only manages one.
Okay, 1 minute remaining, and MIBR have Lecro isolated in the bomb site here. He'll get one, but the trade is very likely. He'll do well to get two out of this one. Stewie takes him down in the end, but still Forrest with a fighting chance here. Great accuracy there with the M4A1S. 2 versus 3 in NiP's favor, but Fallen's got the AWP, and he doesn't miss many shots as he'll take down Forrest to put his best foot forward.
Already in the site is Dennis, and unfortunately that was sorted by Tarek, who swings back out. MIBR looking for their 9th round. It's Rez to clutch it back. He's snuck into the same position, spots the gun barrel, can't hit the shot either. Does try a second time, and Fallen still gets away, but he knows he's in the site and he knows he's tagged this time. Has to get the wrong side of Fallen, and he does, but Fallen still turns in time. And that tells Dennis that he's there. There's no question. He knows exactly where that smoke came from, and this time Dennis makes no mistake. He'll take down Fur with dead accuracy. Passive aggressive, if you want to call it that, stance it, controlling middle from NiP, and it's going to pay off. Finally, MIBR is going to get shut down completely in mid. 3 players down, no trades. Get Right on 16. Dennis on 19, doesn't matter, job done. All they have is one approach left, that's A main, and NiP's certainly aware of it. Rez takes Fallen, all on Tarek. They know he's in sandwich. He's already fired a few shots. Perfect trade.
AKs now making their way forward. It will be Burp as Forrest goes down. Rez with the AWP this time, trying to bait in Lecro, and it's effective. They'll get the shots as Dennis will do his best with the M4. Is still on the line this round.
He was desperate, Dennis, to hope that they would walk out as he pre-fired that angle, seeing their gun barrels cold. Never did, and he stays alive to get Lecro, but Get Right's on the flank. Catches him out from behind. Fallen, good headshot on Rez. This gives him a chance. 1 versus 2, he can still isolate the angles. Would love to have that AWP, I'm sure, because it is Fallen, even though it's close range. He's so good with the weapon, now he knows. One's on Cat, one's up close. Tries to face the long shot to Cat, strictly to bait Dennis out, but played to perfection. He never overcommits, never gives Fallen that chance. Forrest, but body blocks it. It hits him, though. Was he intending to drop down or jump?
No, he wanted to jump.
Yeah, so he gets blocked. Good spot from Rez. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It goes both ways, but really Forrest still comes out as the unfortunate loser in the situation because he didn't get the position. Doesn't seem to matter. He still got Fallen. Get Right again.
Could be a bit of a reach. Great round from NiP, even after missing the jump. Zero will do what he can here, baits out a couple more. They don't have to challenge him. I'm sure they're all shouting now because they haven't really got that much to work with. In terms of loss bonus, that's going to be a 4th stage next round. He does find another kill. 10 seconds remaining. Looks like he will just save the AK. They can do here. There's been some ridiculous comebacks at this event so far. They commit towards A. Get Right's got a bit of a shooting gallery. Does some damage. Finally commits to the kill. It's going to be Dennis to start mowing them down as well. Looking very good for NiP, but Cold Zero keeping the dream alive somewhat. What a shot that is from Tarek to take down Rez and the AWP. Tarek and Cold Zero are very low, but there's still a fighting chance here. Maybe not so much now. 3 versus 2.
Lecro stares, no one peeking out from Palace. Bomb still down, and Lecro will get Tarek when he returns from that doorway. Fallen left in a 1 versus 3 with the op. Couldn't figure out where to fire. Did get Right, actually. Excuse me. I thought he decided between the 2 and missed both, but got 1. That's not enough. 16-10 NiP force out map 3.
As they go for a fast outside approach here, smokes it down. Stewie and Cold Zero looking to get as close as they possibly can to the bomb train.
Flames at Stewie's feet. He won't go beyond, so as to step into them any further to take a bit of damage. Just 1 tick. Behind him will conceal him for a little bit longer away from Dennis, meaning the bomb goes down. He now can protect his teammates, swing out, spots the player a ticket. That's Rez. He's forced off of it, but he didn't see Lecro. Lecro gets damage. It's damage, but no kills until now. Rez and Lecro finally stepping up to take down 2. It's been quiet They're on the defuse. Kid on it as well. Get Right's on it in the smoke, and Lecro's going to defend him. Bomb defuse. It's gone, and NiP with the round.
Scary moment there. The full defuse of 2 terrorists alive, but the smoke was down. It's another pistol for NiP. They've actually took the lion's share required, but Reds for now. Up close towards that main entrance, completely destroyed with that flash. Perfectly done, but so is that Forest. On a bit of a rampage here, but upgrades to the AK-47. That costs him his life. And now a 4 versus 3. 35 seconds remain. Fer not wasting any time here as he pushes closer and closer to the site. Can't hit the shot, but Lecro certainly can.
Cold played that so well to just stay in. Thought he might get flashed off. Forrest pushed through, didn't see him next to the wall. Here's a man who needs to step up. Dennis trying to swing out, gets to Sandwich. He's going to hold station for now. He's knowing that there's a bomb plant impending. That's when he wants to move. Didn't see it. He does get the planter. Did he see it? Not quite. Tarek gets some response from Hitch. Player is, and anticipates correctly where the second is with some utility. He's going to hold this. Nerves of steel, but unfortunately Tarek swings out and checks.
Quite a brave and interesting maneuver there from Get Right. It could be a pretty competitive round. 2-1. MIBR. Bullets fired and quickly silencing them there. Great shot from Stewie. Cold Zera keeps applying the pressure. Now the bomb not going to be planted just yet, but Dennis will do whatever he can to stop them getting any closer.
Okay, as well for Dennis. So he wants to try and get here and challenge this early. Unfortunately, didn't really have the corner spawn, and Stewie's already gone by. Rez identifies that, spots it, can't do anything about it. More so if Dennis is able to collect a kill on someone that's above and a gun falls down over the edge, perfect. So it's not a bad position for Get Right to try and hold with, even with just that USP. No spray through it from Stewie. He walks directly into that AWP. Now they'll go outside. Now they realize, okay, it is still there. Let's get away from it. Cold can't quite collect on Lecro, who swings in, gets on top of the bomb train. Still trying to watch for anyone coming through Sandwich. He certainly was right in guessing there would be, but Tarek's better with the shot. In fact, he's above on top of the train, and he sees Dennis rotating in from Z Connector as well. Everyone's down. In fact, they'll send 2. Even if he finds one of these shots, unlikely he'll get both. Oh, knife? I don't think they expected him to be... Okay, they actually wanted the knife, and that's... I don't know if I agree with that. Without their weapons, but why would you even do that?
No, they definitely could have shot him the second guy. He just saw, like you said, they saw he got into a knife fight.
Corner, they'll take their time, Get Right. Didn't spot him on the first shoulder peek. Will now smoke down. Wants to be defensive, and they're... Oh, want to get aggressive. That's not bad. The second Stewie's toes touch the ground, Get Right's head is removed.
Here comes Tarek, looking to punish any of the remaining CTs. Strange round, only 1 kill picked up for a victory. Suggests you've called the perfect strategy. Throw CT thinks it's safe to hold. Nice little idea, wasn't perfectly executed, but they're still relentless in their approach. Rez completely blind. To be fair, doesn't have to aim too much in that particular scenario. Gets one. Get Right looking much better inside now. A bit of backup here from Lecro. Should guarantee the round. Bomb down, 15 seconds remaining. Fallen has to save that AWP. And players, and he manages to get one, stay alive, push them towards inside. That's why Get Right and Lecro are waiting.
Didn't see anyone above him, but utility might have been better served. Fallen's going to open it up. Actually gets Forrest. That's... Back upstairs. Dennis is tagged by the smoke. Does Tarek respond to that? I thought he might.
Go through CT spawn and be a right nuisance. That is definitely a possibility here. They are going to execute towards inside. Get Right was good before. Can't connect the shots this time. Fallen and Stewie help themselves to the inside bomb site. Cold Zera is not even needed for the flank, but he is there to catch the player saving. That is fantastic. So it actually has 2 very good outcomes, whatever happens there. Oh my goodness!
At Ivy, and once again, it's Dennis that's on the backside of the server. Flash in. Tarek's not even blinded. Flash went too far, and Tarek was perfectly positioned, knew exactly what that flash meant as well.
Has been such an important influence in this series so far. Great aim, great talent. Can he do anything here?
Gets one. Tarek was already too close, and on top of the ladder, he couldn't ingest in time. Meanwhile, Get Right on top of the bomb train. Looked like he would have a lineup for 2 players, but Tarek again is the one to strike. Forrest, flying the scout in position, has no chance to get through the smoke, and it's Stewie once more that finds MIBR the round.
Into the next round. Lecro will survive, but they can't force around this.
The door. Stewie's going to go through. Gun barrel's not going to show. The grenade in his hand actually benefits them. Dennis! Oh, Dennis! He gets one, but again, it's another situation where in which it took him a lot longer than it should have. That could have easily been 2, and Get Right's timing just off. Won't catch Stewie. Rotating around from Old Bomb. Now he will. Okay, he has pushed up, taken advantage of it. That's all due to confidence of Forrest finding another kill. And it's Cold, Zera, and Fallen.
It's looking good, NiP. Not out of this just yet. That's a confident round for them. 4 players survive.
It's just these awkward moments for him. An off day. Forrest wants in. Look at him, waiting for Stewie being one of these. Certainly make no mistake, there was no flash. It was all too easy, you could argue. Won't be able to push through because if he had, he would have been blinded and standing in the open. It almost saved him in some ways as Get Right gets Stewie back with full level on threes.
MIBR with Fallen coming around towards Connector. This is perfect, but Dennis could spot Fur. Here we go, a chance at least. But will they suspect that Fallen's coming from that Connector?
This is exactly it. Fallen is perfectly positioned. Dennis down. Now they know he's there. The problem is they tap the bomb once. Fallen gets Lecro as well. Get Right really has to do it all with the AK. He needs 4 kills. Balls, but bombs. Balls, yeah, he's going to be balls because he's going to hold on to it. Did the Molotov get there? Just barely did. I didn't see it under his feet. But the bomb too far gone, that's what I was trying to say.
To give MIBR this many rounds on their D side, and it looks like they're guaranteed a 9th as well. As Forrest will open things up, but I don't think they'll get much more done here. Stewie's too close to the bomb site, the smokes are down. There's damage inflicted. Dennis, good with the pistols, but only good for 1 this time. Get Right, at least making this competitive. 2-on-2 now.
Get Right has been getting on bombs and holding them in this game quite a bit. It's not really gone his way aside from the opening pistol, but speaking of pistol, he gets a kill. Cold goes down. He had no idea that he was going to be toward the backside of that train. So away from the bomb, he's actually expecting perhaps a flank, but he'll wait till he hears the cue and goes perfectly timed to take down Rez. No kit. Get Right does have the AK, but can't do anything with it because of aim punch, and Fallen finds the headshot.
Will be broken for the final round, so Fallen to open things up. Dennis just offers himself up at the start. Necro's got his back, and they can double down and help each other out, but it all comes down to the shots. Stewie's incredibly good at hitting those. Thank you for demonstrating. Jake Yip, as he takes down 2. Fur says, you're a bit too good. I'm going to have to put you down.
Or is absolutely safe.
They're going to be holding behind the dumpster.
Okay. But this is what it comes to. Lecro sees the shoulder, fires in. Actually hit Tarek, not actually Tarek, no he didn't, the damage was already done. It was Stewie instead. Lecro does eventually collect onto him as well as Fur, so it works out. They've got the advantage. There's a tag on Tarek, and that means he's susceptible of going down to not only the M4, but leader of the scouts on a body shot. Cold has other ideas. He's got Forrest and Lecro. Finally, Dennis responds. It's a 2-on-2. Bomb not yet planted.
Yeah, but this flank from Rez is actually timed perfectly. They watch the flank see. He's got a guaranteed kill. Doesn't even have to take it.
No, that's perfect. He wants to get as close as he can so as to use the advantage, but Fallen still responds in time. He literally walked closer to disallow that possibility, and Fallen, against all odds, makes it work once again. Dennis has got an M4, though, and Fallen's on 5 HP, but he made the cross. Dennis missed the shot. Fallen can now buy more time, more space, and remember, there's no kit for Dennis, but he's got the time, surely, and NiP will get the 5th round.
All of a sudden, they're 1 step closer to a very convincing victory here on Train. His Tarek to receive first. He's going to have players in front of him, only good for 1. As the bomb gets closer and closer, it's Forrest with a 3K with the Glock. He really does not want to go home just yet. It looks like they might have done enough here. Fur just floundering on the bomb site itself. He's got players all around him. Surely not going to get a kill here. I don't know how he's still alive now.
Well, Forrest gets Fur. Stewie wrecked by him as well. 5 kills, an ace from Forrest in the pistol. We talk about him being underneath of the ladder is Tarek. This nade might have his name on it. It will. Oh, will it ever?
That's great, but Fallen takes down one of the NiP players.
Doesn't hit the shot, but easily slips in behind the bomb train. Tarek is aware that they are getting closer. Get Right's jumped across the bomb train and taken down Fallen with that 10. That was probably quite pretty from his perspective.
Yeah.
As Lecro does get Tarek as well, having only gotten Get Right in return, it leaves us 3-on-3. I didn't think he was. I didn't see it at first because he could have gone and lined up 2 on the bomb train, but Lecro solves that first. Fur's in the same position. Stewie finds a kill, but Forrest never left that corner. He knew what his obligation was. That whole entire back wall, and Lecro gets nipped around, potentially to shut down anyone heading through. We know Forrest is already in position. Flash through. Oh, Forrest got caught by that. That's a great flash. They took that back brilliantly. Both of them peeking even so as to get the trade. And Fallen finds 2 very quickly on the AWP. Best defensive round yet, as it's Rez and Lecro. Bomb still up. Molotov for each of them. Smokes are already down as to the flashes, and now it is
into a basic execution of NiP, and Fallen gets it done, but so is Rez. He's not out of this just yet. Time suggests he can't win it, but he can make it expensive. Luckily for MIBR.
So the nade looked away, didn't fire into it. Oftentimes you'll see an opper just guess in that situation, but didn't want to reveal that he was there, perhaps because there was no evidence to suggest that he was, and in staying silent, he strikes at the right time to take down Rez. Fur finds Forrest, another 2 kills for MIBR. Now that they've got guns out, now they're starting to roll, but the bomb is planted, and Fur down. It might still be a 2-on-4. It's not a bad situation should Dennis be able to collect because he's far forward. They have to go by him. Lecro's trying to take aggro. Unfortunately, he welcomed an op shot from Fallen that certainly does not help Dennis's chance. And again, he's wide of the mark, so it's going to be MIBR with 12 rounds.
flashbangs deployed, and Rez trying to show us that fantastic aim once again, and he nails a headshot towards Tarek, but Fallen's still there, looking dangerous.
Sneaking up. It's not the bomb, unfortunately, because it was Rez and Forrest. They've got great positioning, except the one kill that went against them, and that sequence of events getting to the site was the bomb, so they had to turn around. They couldn't get the plant, and
Single AWP again, but this time Fur's with them. He's going to clean up here. They're not going to be expecting this unless he misses the first shot, and Rez can punish him for it. Bomb planted. They know Stewie can still be here. Molotov towards it. They might save at this point, but Stewie still fighting. This is looking more convincing now. He actually might call for them to attempt the retake.
actually either way. And there's no reason to believe they don't have a chance because they all have kits, and Stewie's got another kill, forcing Necro back after tagging him onto the flames. They're going to get closer. Dennis, trying desperately to stay alive, to stay above the flames that now finally extinguish, will have to support Get Right. He's down to 4. Dennis steps up, finally gets a two-man spray down. A transfer at that. Stewie got Get Right just before, but Dennis has done enough. Fallen's gone. He'll go down with the bomb. But being a martyr in this occasion, not the worst thing. It needs to be perfectly checked, and that's exactly why they do it. That's even better, because Cold gets the response on Lekro when they try and trade it. He spotted it, Stewie turned. He's since gone down, but they get a 2 for 1.
One and fade away. That's what he's looking for. Misfires, but makes up for it in the end. Go for the double kill. May have overcommitted that. I think falling back was the correct decision.
To confirm that no one is on top of the bomb. They're both toward the hall. Tarek at range. That MP9 just can't do it from there, but it does give them the information. That gives Cold the confidence to go more aggressive. Dennis now has to clutch it out himself. 19 HP. No one's yet on the bomb, and he's making a lot of noise. Cold's still up in the upper position. Dennis was assuming that he'd drop down to get to the defuse. He's not, and MIBR.
And away from knocking NiP out of the tournament. MIBR much better off in terms of the utility and the weaponry. It's an equal trade to kick things off. Tarek can't nail the spray, does some damage, but has to fall back.
They forced overtime on the first map coming from behind NiP. They have to do it again. Fallen, he's missed 2 shots. That gives Forrest access to Tarek's position. Takes him down, no mistake about it. Bomb will be planted as a result. Their worry is exactly this. Cold Zero getting behind them. Stewie's already gotten Lekro. This now goes in favor of MIBR. Easy shot for Cold. It's all on Forrest and Dennis. Forrest displayed exceptionally well. Dennis has good positioning, mind you, because that's a gun barrel far too easily to predict the movement of, and he'll get the shot onto Stewie. Forrest can then swing wide, know that no one else will get it from. Old Bomb misses the shot on Fallen, however. And Dennis has to do it all. It's this or they're done. MIBR could go through to the playoffs here and now. They're on the defuse already, and Fallen nails another quick shot on the AWP. Appropriately, he'll close it. The captain puts MIBR back into the legend status.